Welcome back to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour. We're now joined by Anastasia Matvieieva. Is that correct? Anastasia
Matvieieva, yes.
She's got a PhD in law. She's a senior research and associate professor of the law department of Zhukovsky National Aerospace University, the Kharkiv Aviation Institute. And she also has had to move to Western Ukraine during this invasion. Anastasia, welcome to our show. How are you?
Thank you, Brian. I'm actually fine, as it is possible in my situation, and I'm fine.
Tell me whereabouts you've come from and where you are now.
I come from Kharkiv, from one of the dangerous place on the earth today, from Saltovka district, and now I am in safe place. I think so. I hope I in safe place in Ternopil region, on the west of Ukraine. I am in Ukraine, actually.
And tell me, you've got a PhD in law. You've been a senior researcher of the Kharkiv Aviation Institute. Are you able to work now? What are you able to do?
Yes, I am working now. Our institute continue educational processes for our students because we try to do it, and I had two lectures today, and we are working. We are working, and we try to do it for the best. I hope.
Now, tell us a little bit about your departure. You had to very quickly leave your town. Tell us about that.
My departure was dangerous and very terrible because I had to get quickly with my son, with my friend's children, and with my friend Oksana. It was in the first day of this awful war. It was on the 24th February, and we pick up children and leave our flats, leave our friends, our city, but don't leave our country. Actually, I am a driver and I have a car, but I'm not. But no, now I'm a good driver, I think so. And we on the first day, in 10 hours, we were able to travel only 140 kilometers, and we came to Poltava city, and I told I have never been so much at the wheel before, and my friend Oksana does not drive a car at all, and it was very hard, actually, and we spent the night with very good people. Oksana's friend, colleagues, and her mother, thank you, Natalia, and her family, the best people who I see. And our children was in safety, of course, but in the morning we set off again, and we arrived in Vinnytsia city because there is my old friend Irina from Kharkiv, lived in Vinnytsia. We made a very hard decision every minute, and it is not. And it was not easy for us, and we tried to.
How old is your son?
My son, 9 years old, and Oksana's children, 9 years old and 6 years old.
How do you explain what's going on to a 9-year-old?
Actually, I had no time to explain. I said something wrong and we have to go. And then when I drive a car and see around tanks and so on, and very, very big part people, and I try to explain something that it is dangerous place. We have to travel another city because I don't know, and I didn't know what I had to say for him.
Do you think you're going to stay in Western Ukraine, or you're going to go to Poland or somewhere else?
No, I would like to stay in safe place, but in Ukraine. I would like come back in my city when it will be possible. I missed very much my city, my flats, my town, my friends, my work, and so on, my universities, and so on. I lived in Kharkiv during last 24 years.
Right.
And
now, did you?
I would like come back. Of course, you say Europe and another countries, continents are very beautiful place in the world, but I would like.
You'd like to go back to Kharkiv? Did you leave a husband or the father of your son behind?
I divorced approximately 7 years ago, and my father's son is in Ukraine, and he we talk to each other, and he talk with the son, and some part of time he spent with son. Of course,
is he fighting? Most of the men of a certain age are drafted into the war effort, I understand now.
I didn't hear clearly.
Is he fighting in the military or in the defense forces?
No. It is not. He is not in the military forces or something like this. He do some another work, important work now. I cannot explain which one.
Okay. You worked as a law professor at the Kharkiv
Aviation Institute.
Aviation Institute. Tell me, what did you do?
Now or at general?
Well, before the war.
Before the war, I study our students international, for example, international law, economic law, and transport law.
Really?
And yes.
Tell me, one of the big issues right now is your president is asking for a no-fly zone in above Ukraine. Given your knowledge of Ukraine, the war, and international law. Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
Every idea is good if if it will be peace in my country, and I think that each citizen have to do what he or she can do better together. I'm not a politic, I'm a lecturer, professor, and that's on. President just do what he have to do, must to do now. And he made a difficult decision today. And when he asked about fly zone, yes?
No-fly zone.
No-fly zone. He knows what he asked, and he knows situation in general. Of course, we need help today. Of course, we need help, especially Kharkiv region, especially east of Ukraine, like Donbass, Donetsk region, Luhansk region, and south of our country. Of course, we talk about Crimea because according to international law, Crimea is a part of Ukraine, not Russia Federation. It is a part of Ukraine according to United Nations resolutions and so on, so on. And if it will be no-fly zone, we win faster, I think so.
Do you have a message for people in Toronto that might be listening tonight?
For international people?
Yes, for people in Canada, for people in Toronto that are listening to this broadcast tonight. What do you want to say to them?
I would like to say thanks because I see how you help us, especially, for example, me, from Canada, from USA, from Australia, from every country of the Europe. I had and now not had. I took and take financial help, and I would like to say thank you, people. You are great, and I thank you for support Ukraine and for understanding the situation.
Anastasia.
And if you can help us with the military questions, as I can see, can tell something.
Anastasia, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing with us your story. Please keep in touch. Please keep safe, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Brian. See you.
Thank you. We're going to take a break. Stay with us.